got my Sailor Moon Vans because they had a collaboration. I was shopping in St. Louis last week or yesterday, not last week.
Wait, how are you saying it's hot and then you're in a black hoodie?
Cause you got to for the drip, man.
Beauty is pain.
I just always think of that one video where this one girl just like, I think it's like a Vine or something, where girls just like, hoes don't get cold. And I'm just thinking the opposite, where even if I'm like, I feel like I want to sweat from
bros don't
like
get
my
hot.
forehead. No, I just want to sweat right now, but you know, sometimes you just got to wear the hoodie. That's all I'm thinking.
Man, it reminds me of that. Do you remember that old advertisement for the sauna pants or whatever? It was like,
I don't even know what the hell a sauna pants are, man.
It was like this like wrap you wore over your junk, and it would just make you sweat.
Was it like was it advertised as like a weight? Okay, a loss. Yeah, weight loss.
It was insane.
What the hell?
I was like, you're bullying your insides right there, my guy.
Oh, dude, I have to talk about this actually. So I was in St. Louis yesterday, and we were about to leave the town. Where you know how there's parking structures. We were at the top, so we were getting like direct sunlight.
Yeah.
And this older couple are about to head into town, and the wife, she said, I was thinking of getting my water because it's like 90 degrees in town. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna can you unlock the doors? I want to go get my water. And this man said, nah, you're fine. Just think of it as a training, or as body training. Is what he said specifically. I wrote it down because it was just so absurd. He told her, nah, you're fine. Just think of it as body training. It's what I do. I was just like, dude, that's such a, like, it's 90 degrees. This woman's like, they're both like 60 probably. Like, she's gonna pass out. Let her get the fucking water.
Body training for what?
That's what I was saying. It's like
global warming.
Yeah, it's like this guy's acting like he's sitting in the sauna after a workout, where he's just like, sweat it out. No,
just sweat it out. It'll be fine. Just sweat it out.
No, it's like 90-degree weather, and the person wants some water. Let her get her water. It's like 5 feet. Like I could see the car from where they were standing at. It's ridiculous.
That's the ultimate evolution of a gym bro. They're just like,
you just molded.
They're always working out, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, body training. Just walk around town. It's body training.
Body training, dude. And with that, welcome everybody to the Virtually Lost podcast. This
episode 56.
56. I'm Julian, and I'm here with my good friend Robert. Well, we're just gonna talk about what's going on, video games stuff in our lives, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, we kind of opened with it, so can't avoid it now. What we did see,
there was big news.
A lot of news.
A lot of conferences.
Last 2 weeks.
We got like 2 of them.
That's true.
Xbox and PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot to talk about for sure.
Well, there's also Pokemon. They showed Lechonk, the one the community
has rallied around.
Attached to. Yes, they rallied behind this pig.
And obviously, no nicknaming that boy. No nicknames. Just Lechonk. Just keep it. Always. You just keep it as Lechonk.
Mm-hmm.
No, you gotta nickname it Lechonk so that it doesn't change names when you evolve it.
That's actually the big brain play.
That's goated, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever done that. Like, I don't know if I ever nicknamed my Pokemon. Now that I think about it,
I did for sure.
Yeah, I always just kept it base names because
it's iconic.
Yeah, there is some that I was sad on, like that had just trash evolution forms. Or did you ever actually stop evolving a Pokemon? Like force stop the evolves?
I think I'd done it on accident, but never on purpose.
Yeah, I know people do that, like with starter Pokemon specifically.
Yeah. And people do everything with Pokemon. Man, I've known people, or I've seen people that have charts, like they have like full Excel sheets, so they can do their when it's not EV training, it's shiny hunting. You need a whole a bunch of documentation just to shiny hunt. It's that's crazy to me.
Dude, you know what's something I learned way too late was, well, I haven't even played a Pokemon since I learned this, but the fact that Pokemon have natures which affect. I also learned that they have, I think it's like
IVs and EVs.
IVs, yes. Yeah. In where stats are different based off
And the people were
the
like
specific
certain
Pokemon?
people that go hardcore, like they'll like if they get a Pokemon that doesn't have the right nature, they're like, all right, out.
Yeah, it's trash.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. If I got a Pokemon, I'm just happy. Like I
Yeah,
didn't know that there was a
To
whole
me,
layer.
Fire Red, Leaf Green. That's Pokemon in my mind. Always. That's goated Pokemon for me.
For me, I don't know why I think of the Hoenn region, which is Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald.
Yeah.
Even though like I think I like Diamond and Pearl more, I just think of those Game Boy
the
ones.
Most like the best looking cart is the Crystal cart for Game Boy Color.
Oh yeah,
that was like clean. Shiny and stuff like that. Dude, I remember I would just look at it in a shop for ages. It was just like the shiny Crystal cart, dude. It was like,
Emerald and those were like that also.
Oh my God. Huh?
Yeah, Emerald and stuff were like that.
Yeah, that's what I missed. Like they didn't do that for the DS carts, where made it a different color or anything. That was cool. I thought that was cool. A bygone era.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get back into Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't know. Like at least the recent ones, I know Sword and Shield really did not interest me at all. Honestly, this new one does, because it feels like they're finally starting to change little things here and there. But I think that's something that I would definitely wait for the reviews on. 100%.
100%. That's true.
There's some games where I wouldn't, like, I just got Super Mario Strikers Battle League. That was pre-ordered day one. You know what I mean? I didn't even care if it was bad. I was still getting it, Yeah. Luckily, it is good, so get it.
It's really good.
We already have a virtually lost club in the game, so we already got a representation there.
Might have to do the virtually lost cup. Just
for sure.
Get the tourney going.
Oh man, I think we got a couple contestants that'd be done to go in.
Yeah, the learning curve seems pretty like natural. I'd say like you can. Yeah. I'd say if you do a tutorial, because I didn't play the tutorial, there are some things that I probably don't know still, but everything else seems kind of like intuitive of once you learn to basically.
I think it's a lot of simple tools they give you, and it's like, okay, what can you do with these tools? What I find interesting is that by default it's or there's no items mode.
Oh, that's the default? Interesting.
Yeah, it's like, and honestly, looking back, it's like, like items are a pretty big part of the gameplay. So
yeah, it's crazy huge from what I played. Yeah, I'll say my team composition though: Rosalina, Peach, DK, and the fourth one used to be Bowser, but I'm pretty sure I'm swapping them out. I don't know who the fourth is yet, but like those three are my staple. DK to me seems goated.
DK, and then you put the gear on and you put him speedy up. You speed up DK.
I haven't used any gear yet.
That's goated. Yeah, we're gonna have to start making charts and stuff, build charts. It's gonna be like Elden Ring. You gotta make your builds. Just start. Yo guys, rank my builds. What do you guys think?
Rate my builds. Just start a blog on it on the Strikers meta.
On the Strikers meta for sure. Oh, that's funny. I give it a week before that's actually a real thing for sure.
Probably already is. Not gonna lie. There's also the PlayStation State of Play. I don't know if you watched any of that.
Yeah, that was big. From what I've seen, it was a lot of people liked it.
We saw Final Fantasy 16, which is probably like the biggest piece.
Yeah. At least that was one of the ones that was most people were waiting for the most, I think. I thought it looked pretty good. I mean, it's Final Fantasy. The combat looks somewhat like Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and more like Final 15. Fantasy 7 Remake. Yeah, somewhat like 15. Yeah, I think there was like a few changes, but yeah. Because I mean, 15 for me, at least for me, what I thought, it was a lot of jump, like what is it, that move, like blinking, where you had to like blink out and then go back in. So I think it's going to be a little bit different. Maybe this one seems more centered around summoning, because like that's a whole part of the story.
That did seem very big in terms of the story, where it seems like the people are like connected to these summons.
Yeah, something like that. I think that's what it came off with the trailer, because it was like, it would show, this is the summon, and then this is the person connected to the summon.
Because I only like the Final Fantasies I played, I've only finished 15, and that one summons were like, they were thrown in there, but half the time I still didn't understand why they were there, where, why, and how the hell these things are involved.
Yeah, I mean that's some of the main criticism of Final Fantasy 15 is that some things really just didn't really make sense. So we'll see how they do this time. I'm excited for the medieval themes again. It's been a while since they've had medieval themes, so it's been quite a bit. In the main line, so not in a MMO.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I think both the MMOs are medieval themed.
Somewhat, yes.
Yeah. I never played, was it 11? It's 11 and 14, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Never played 11,
Yeah,
but I think
11.
it's also kind of a medieval thing.
I want to get back into 14, but that'll have to be another time because that's such a time sink of playing an MMO.
Yeah. No, same here.
And then there's also Street Fighter 6 and Resident Evil 4 remake. Street Fighter 6 being a new game. But
yes, I've never played Resident Evil 4, so I'm kind of down. I've been playing the remakes. So I played I got really into the remake for 2, and I also have the remake for 1, so I want to start playing the remakes. So it's I'm probably going to get it. Yeah. And I've heard great things about 4. Or the
Is 4 like the best one?
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
Okay. So, I might have to play it then because I've never finished a Resident Evil game. Now that I think about
Resident Evil 2. I love the remake for Resident Evil 2.
I'm bad with horror games, dude.
That one's not super jumpy, honestly. For me, it felt more action oriented.
Okay.
Maybe jump scares don't really get me that much anymore, but yeah. Good games. A lot of people were excited for it, so I actually really think I might actually get the new Street Fighter. It actually looks pretty decent.
I am interested in it too because
I
haven't played a fighting game in a while.
I'm really bad at them. I think they look really cool, and like seeing people who actually know how to play fighting games is fun. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to see what happens.
Because there's like I just remember seeing one of the cool things was there are like commentators. They had multiple commentators of different languages actually have their inputs. Like you can actually have their voiceovers in some of the games. So like someone's commentating.
Like
while you're playing.
Yeah.
Like famous commentators from the scenes. I don't know any of them in Street Fighter specifically, so I won't be able to tell you. That seems cool. I wonder if they're only like on the positive end, or if a commentator is gonna trash talk me if I'm playing like shit.
That'd be funny. I'd like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's funny.
And then I deleted Arknights, by the way. I couldn't
really.
Yeah, I tried. But I kept continuing a few more chapters, and what felt like 3 weeks, still wasn't able to get a grasp on the story because at the same time, an event came in that was only a week and a half long because it was a rerun. So I was like, well, I can't play the story now. I have to just focus on this event grind so I can get the stuff before it expires.
Right.
And so I just like, why am I playing this game? Because I still don't know the story behind it. And so I just had to stop it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's a tragedy.
But speaking of anime games, the interesting game that I saw during PlayStation was Eternights.
Oh, I forgot about that.
The dating sim battle game that apparently was made by somebody in the Persona community who was like dropped out or no, quit their job and was like, I'm gonna make a game.
I'm a dev Persona like game.
Yeah,
because I'm inspired.
Yeah, I saw on the Reddit, they posted on the Reddit saying that they were like all excited that they finally like got to show their game for the first time. So that's pretty interesting.
We're gonna talk about this key selling point though.
The quick time event hand holding.
Yep, next gen hand holding, baby. We got it.
Oh, dude, I'm probably gonna get that game, and I don't know if I should be ashamed of myself.
I'm gonna hold off on it for some time for sure. I think
we'll see the reviews. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's one that I'm a bit hesitant on. I think it's like, we're peaking as a species because of this game, but it might not be great. But I'll be hopeful. I hope that someone is able to make a great game.
Right.
But I will say the QuickTime handhold didn't sell me on getting the game.
No, I mean, it did look like it had a lot of work to do. I mean, I think it was still supposed to come out till like next year. Like
it's not for some time.
Next year. So yeah, we got some time.
Did you see the Diablo Immortal mobile game got criticism?
Dude, was it like $100,000 just to max a character or something like that?
Yeah,
That's what I saw.
I've never played a Diablo game, and like I
No, me neither.
guess this was like a mobile slash like you can also play on PC, but like it's designed for mobile.
Right.
And yeah, I guess it could cost up to $110,000 for a full build.
So what
And
I hear
then
is that Blizzard is going a for another kind of market that's more used to in-game purchases. Like even though they're getting a lot of heat here, like apparently in like places like China, there's a lot more people used to putting in a lot of like in-game purchases and stuff like that. So that's why they made the game. And so regardless of how much good faith they're losing here, they're still making money or something. That's something I've heard.
I'm always skeptical on things like that because it's true that specifically in like Japan and China are two ones. Like when I think of Genshin, U.S. is the third largest region where the game profits. Japan was second, and then China was first.
Mm-hmm.
But any system to me that costs $110,000 to make a full build, that's
No,
some
it's still
demonic
ridiculous,
shit.
obviously.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I guess they're just desperate for money, honestly.
desperate for money.
Yeah.
Damn.
They probably
Yeah.
Bobby Kodak's like, I'm about to get kicked out here soon. I might as well get some money before I get out.
Paycheck out, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy to me though.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I know they're losing a bunch of staff. I know a lot of people leaving.
are they?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've just heard of people, like, I'm finally leaving Blizzard, blah blah blah. Because I mean, like, Blizzard used to be a place where everybody wanted to work. Like that was like a dream for tons of people, and like I think that kind of image has been broken recently.
Like
so
probably like old WoW and like right when Overwatch was coming out.
Yeah, with Kaplan, was his name?
Kaplan was
the guy that made Overwatch, or was the director for Overwatch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know names.
People were obsessed with that guy. But yeah, so it's just lost a ton of reputation now. So it's it's pretty. Yeah, people are, from what I've heard, people are inching to get out. So it's interesting. We'll see how it goes.
Did you see AX back at it again, or was back at it again for like 24 hours, where they briefly recalled their, basically for in 24-hour period, they made a statement saying you no longer required a COVID vaccination or proof within 3 days of not having COVID.
Right.
And it got so much flack that they had to reinstate that, so that once again the restrictions were up, which thankfully they did, because it just seemed like a money grab for I can't imagine any other reason why they would get rid of the vaccine mandate other than a money grab.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense.
Because it would have been, it would have blown for the artists, especially.
Yeah,
like that's the main person I think of who would have gotten the short end of the stick is artists.
Yeah.
And then did you see your favorite, everyone's favorite anime couple got married?
A true anime romance story. Sydsnap and Gigguk, dude. That's everybody's parents right there, dude. Anime YouTube. That's the dream couple right there.
That's fucking funny. Yeah,
but yeah, there was a bunch of people there at the wedding. I was gonna say Demon Dice is there. Also, I don't know if you know Frankie Lolia is I don't think you ever watched Otaku Versus or
no, I
Oto-chan
never
or whatever.
watched.
No, yeah, she's like another voice actor, and then but obviously the Trash Tage podcast is there, all that stuff. So it was a bunch of like YouTube people there. It was interesting.
It was in London, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. And then I think they went from London and now are in LA to prep for Anime Expo.
Yeah, I do think so. Yeah.
That's cool though. Getting married as a weeb. Not
joking. We've actually got married. That's insane. This man actually got his weeb wife.
Oh man. And then also
I met them. They're both pretty cool. So I think we both met them. Did you meet Gigguk? I know you met Sydsnap, but I don't know if you met Gigguk.
Yes. I think I met. Yeah, I met Gigguk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like awkward. I was just like, oh, can I get a picture? And it was it was funny because like when I saw Sydsnap, I actually asked him to take a picture of me in Sydsnap.
Oh, he was there when I met Sydsnap. He was not there, or Gigguk was not there.
Yeah, I met him at a booth for Honkai Impact 3rd or something outside of, yeah, because they were doing it. They were doing
day?
we split up. Oh, I met them when we split up, and they were, I think it was Honkai Impact 3rd. Yeah, because they were doing a little thing outside, and Joey was there too. I didn't get to see Joey because he was like on a little stage like presenting something, and then Giga was just there like chilling in the back, and then that's where I saw Sydsnap, and I was like, oh shit, I have to go say hi. So I was just like, could you take me a picture? And it was funny because there was a famous story about like of Sydsnap having to take a picture of Gigguk with a fan when they were saying goodbye to each other or something. Like, because they were long distance for a long time or whatever.
Oh yeah,
so they were gonna see each other after that, and when they were like saying their goodbye, somebody came up and was like, "Yo, Giga, can I get a picture?"
Oh,
that's a fucking good one, dude. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's fun. That's actually really funny because, like, as a fan, you don't know the circumstance. You're just like, oh, it's like one of my favorite YouTubers.
Yeah. So when I asked Gigguk to take a picture of me and Sydsnap, she said something like, "Ha! Now you're taking a picture of me." So it was funny.
That's dope. I wonder if I still have the little book that I had autographs in from Anime Expo, because I got those two. I got Dan Salvato, and then I got Joker's voice actor. I forget if I also got Ryuji's voice actor. I know for sure I got Joker's voice actor, Xander.
Yeah. I have one from Dan Salvato. I have one from Joker's voice actor, and what was the other person I met?
Probably met one more person, but I can't remember. I just remember specifically Dan, Xander, Gigguk, Sydney.
Yeah.
Or Sydsnap.
Yeah. I don't think I got an autograph from Gigguk or Sydney, but
really?
I was there for the picture. I was just there for the. Okay. I was there for the conversation.
Shut the fuck up. And then there's also you mentioned the anime, or Joey, the anime man, because he put out his line of streetwear merch called Nonsense.
He did. It's kind of streetwear inspired, so I thought it was pretty interesting. I actually want to get into like different styles like that. Like streetwear like interests me, but there's not a lot of places around here to buy stuff like streetwear stuff, or at least around where we live. There's a couple places, but they're very select.
You have to go through like Instagram pages, and their online shops is basically the thing. But there's always a hesitation with Instagram shops and online shops, because it's always the first piece of merch you don't know about the quality, and it's a bit of skepticism on that end. That's one of the things I've worried about a lot with buying clothes from different places.
Yeah, for sure. So. And also sometimes something might look good on somebody else, but it doesn't look good on you. That's the one thing I do miss about like brick and mortar stores, is that you can actually try things on. I don't know. I do miss stuff like that. Even though it's a lot less common today, but what can you do?
Damn, I don't know why. Like, you're mentioning that's the AX story, and I was just like, damn, AX was fun. And then I'm just like, don't fucking repress that shit. Like, don't consider going back. But no, I think if I go for 1 or 2 days.
The problem isn't AX. The problem is LA.
That's a solid point. And it's always during the summer.
Yes, and it's burning hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I was past. I remember that first time, the first line we went, because I think the first day was the worst. That was the one the line was the worst.
First day was the worst.
Early. We went really early, and it was still pretty bad.
Well, because we went for the line for autographs, because we had to specifically get in a line to get an autograph later through the weekend.
Yeah.
And I think we went specifically for
were you going for Lily Pichu, or was somebody else going for Lily Pichu?
No, that was Vince.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Vince
That's
was going
funny. I
for
didn't
Lily
watch them too much at
Peaches.
the time. I like now. I probably would have gone to go see Lily Peaches, but not at the time. Yeah, we went for Joker's VA and for Dan. I think Dan
Yeah.
mainly.
Yeah, Joker's VA and Dan, and then I think Gigguk is, I forget what
They were
the
at they just were
specific.
at another booth, weren't they? That you could just like go in. You had to like
Well,
buy
actually no,
something.
it was
Kadokawa or something.
yeah, it was a book. It was digital manga company. That was basically the point of it. Like,
Yeah.
I think it was Kadokawa. You might be right on that. They were the like brand ambassadors attending the event for that one.
Something like that.
Damn, I actually kind of want to look for my signature now that I think about it. Once these episodes are done, I'm gonna try to find it.
Yeah, I don't no clue where mine is, but actually, I actually probably do know where it is. Yeah.
Dude, some D-Frag volumes came in, by the way. Some of my D-Frag volumes came in. The mangas. D-Frag?
D-Frag. I thought you said deep fried. I was like, what? Deep fried?
D-Frag. Yeah.
Oh, you have quite a few. All right.
Yeah. 1, 5, and then 12 through 15. And then 16 is the one that's coming out in like next month. Okay. And I found out the rest I can, get $9, $10. Except for volume 3. Volume 3 is used $90.
I wonder why that is. It's probably just they produce less of it, or
I have no clue. It's like volume 2, like volume 1 that I got like for I think like $18 used on Amazon. Volume 2 is like $25 on like eBay. Volume 3, I'm like looking and just scouring, and then like I'll see like a $70 one, but then I'll read about the quality and just like, yeah, that I'm not gonna get that specific book.
Yeah.
But so like for very good quality, it's like $90, and then some like a new is like $250. It's just ridiculous. I'm like, y'all are crazy for this shit.
That's pretty crazy.
It comes down to it, I might just get the fucking Japanese version of the manga.
Yeah, as someone who is a video game collector, like, yeah, I feel that pain. You know what I mean? How one game, just because it doesn't sell well, is worth like $2,000 now or something, And it's an all right game, but it's not $2,000 worth, Not worth $2,000.
Yeah, and I think D-Frag like scales, like it continuously gets better as the story goes. But yeah, so volume 3 it ain't $90, but I know damn well if I am sitting comfortably with the funds, the $90 purchase will be made sometime in the future.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that. So Xbox also had their conference. A lot less stuff. I think the things that were exciting for people were that they finally made another announcement on Silksong, which is the sequel, or I think it's a sequel to Hollow Knight.
Yes.
They finally had something, which people have been asking for that for like years at this point, I think. And it wasn't even, I don't even think they showed a release date still, but it was just
no release date, just trailer.
Just trailer.
But it exists.
Yes, but it's still happening. And then the sad news for Nintendo fans is that Xbox is getting the Persona games before they do.
Yeah. Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal are coming to Xbox and portable. PC.
Yeah.
And nothing on Switch. But yeah, some people were like, oh, you should have gone with FES.
Yeah.
But I think there is a bit more there's a bit more
you do get the
content and dialogue and
FEMC
for Persona 3 Portable, but I believe there's also the lack of cutscenes in Portable, which someone said. I haven't played Portable, so I won't be able to tell, but that's very odd if they did cut out cutscenes, because some of those cutscenes.
I mean,
actually, just watch the movies.
It's not like the Xbox can't handle it,
Yeah, I'm interested with that becoming.
No, I mean
PC.
The big one was Starfield. I think that's the one people were talking about the most.
Which one? Was that the one with the?
That is the Bethesda game. The new Bethesda game. That is basically Star Citizen. Have you ever heard of Star Citizen? But it's real. No. Star Citizen, but it's real. Oh, you've never heard of Star Citizen?
Never.
Oh, dude, that's I have to send you videos about Star Citizen. It's actually a really interesting development story. It's a space game that was supposed to be like this game where you could just be anything in and like travel the galaxy and be like a space pirate or be like a space marine or something like that. Like you had like this like infinite amount of choices in like a space game. But it hasn't. It's been in development for like 10 years at this point.
Who's
And
developing
there was
it?
like a bunch of drama about the developers like corporate espionage and like if like a defamatory like press writers and stuff like trying to get revenge on the developers for past transgressions, and it's like a whole story. Um, but yeah, they had this whole concept for this game. Oh, and it was on Kickstarter, and they raised like a couple $1 million, like no, like 20-30 million dollars or something like that. But it just never hasn't come out yet. And it seems like Bethesda was just tired of waiting for the game, and they just made it. They just made it, but they actually made it.
Oh. Did it get a release date?
Um, that I don't remember. Because that's a pretty big game, so I'm not sure if they would have uh, done a release date. But I think we were just ready to be shown. Then I think this is like the initial stuff about it.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah. But apparently there's like things where it's like 1,000 planets you can go to. Um, and it's like designed planets, 1,000 designed planets, apparently.
I'm always skeptical whenever they say
Yeah,
like
ever
1,000
since
design
No
planets
Man's
because I think of
Sky,
like
ever since No Man's Sky, yeah, we can't really,
I just think
you
of
know.
just fucking randomized
And I bought No
planets.
Man's Sky, man. That was not the game I was expecting it to be, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, apparently it's okay now. Apparently it's good now.
Yeah, I've heard it's good now. Did you
Yeah.
see the Plucky Squire trial or trailer that I sent you?
You sent me it, but I haven't seen it yet. No.
It looks really good.
Was that the one that looked kind of like an old Zelda game?
There are portions of that, but the thing is, it looks like the game first starts in a kid's book, and then it eventually goes off the books into the kid's like room in different like scenes and scenarios. But there's also different gameplay mechanics. Like you see like a fight out or punch out type game for a brief moment where you are all of a sudden boxing. There is the one that you said looked like Zelda. It seems like it goes into multiple like genres and like different types of old game types that you'd probably recognize if you once you watch the trailer.
Yeah,
but I'm excited for it. I don't know if that one got a release date, but it's like probably I don't think it's like a AAA game, but it's the one I'm like most excited for.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh yeah, the other big thing was Kojima going to Xbox, which was interesting. It's like, yeah, I guess eventually I'll probably have to get a fucking Xbox, but we're just gonna wait off on it as much as I can.
Yeah, he's making it. Did he say anything about the new game he was creating, or
no? He just said he's making one.
Oh, okay.
He's just like, I'm out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Again, that
things are happening, guys. But I can't talk about it. But things are happening. It's crazy.
Just wait on it.
Swear, just wait on me. You know, eventually I'll be. You know, it'll be here eventually.
And then there's also the Callisto Protocol, which I was.
Callisto Protocol was interesting. So that's kind of like everybody was saying it was like a Dead Space type. Influence.
It's from a lot of the people who made the original Dead Spaces, and yeah, it's a spiritual successor.
Okay, interesting.
I'm probably gonna play it. I'm bad with horror games, but I love playing them. You know.
You did say you played the original Dead Space, did you? Didn't you?
Yeah, I played all three of them, and then like their DLCs.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed them all. They're different games, I will say, as the story progresses.
Yeah.
1 is like a genuine horror game. 2 is horror action, and 3 is like just straight up an action game. Don't think of it as like you'll get pop-ups every once in a while, but it's not a horror game in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's a similar trajectory that like Resident Evil went in as well. So for a little while. Yeah.
You see like the current Resident Evil bosses, and it's just like that's a boss.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then one thing I thought was interesting was the Grammys are adding a video game score soundtrack award.
Dog, they're just doing anything to get viewers. Honestly, all
That
those
is true.
all those old like what is it, award ceremonies or whatever. They just need viewers. Dog, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they stage some some stuff like the Will Smith thing just to get more viewers. Because I think that moment made that gave the Oscars the most viewers they've had in years. Probably.
I've never watched the Oscars or anything like that.
I actually did used to watch the Oscars a lot. Back
I always just
maybe a couple years
looked
ago.
up who won.
Yeah. No, it was like a big thing for me. I don't know. I used to watch it every year.
This specific award reminds me of 2017 because I remember there was, I don't know who made the awards, but it was award for best game soundtrack. And back then I was upset that Persona 5 didn't win, but it went to Nier Automata. However, now I would retract my statement, and I would think Nier Automata would win. Personal opinion of best game soundtrack for that year.
Yeah, because is it like, are they evaluating of how well does it fit the game, or how good the music is?
I don't know about criteria, but even I think either criteria I would go with Nier on that, whether it's just solely on a sound basis or if it also, I'd be surprised if it doesn't include how it impacts the game, like how it's relevant in the story.
Interesting.
Yeah, I want to get more vinyls. I want to get so many vinyls, but I also stopped collecting figurines.
Oh, there you go.
I said I'd stop.
That's big news. Dude, honestly, how many of them have come in yet?
None. I've stopped ordering figurines.
You stopped collecting them before they even come in.
Yeah, I said there's like 3 characters I could think of where if like they got a figurine, I'll bite the bullet. I'll go back and buy that figurine. But I'm no longer I'm no longer gonna be like, damn, browse, see if there's a figurine I want. Because shit is expensive, even though most of them haven't come in. Yeah, this is the broke arc.
The broke arc.
And then I mentioned at the beginning, like I got this Sailor Moon Vans sweatshirt or hoodie. I'm bummed. There's like 3 things that I wanted, and all of them are sold out. Because I woke up like 2 hours after they dropped online. There was a hat I wanted, sold out. There was a blue hoodie that I wanted, is sold out, and then there was a collared shirt, and that was sold out.
Yeah, dude, so it seems like you have to have like a bot just to get anything these days, man. Like every drop there is, it's so difficult.
I don't think that one was necessary for a bot. I woke up 2 hours late, and I will say Sailor Moon fans, they're built different. Because when I went to San Luis to buy this, like I just stopped by because there is a Vans store there. And the person talking to me who worked there was just like, yeah, we were getting calls in, people dropping like 300, 400. There are people asking if they can put this stuff like on hold until they get there. And they said like they're just selling through some of that stuff. I'm like, yeah, Sailor Moon fans, there's something else. I need to finish the series.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen Sailor Moon.
I need to finish it. And then I also need to finish Berserk because I started that yesterday.
Oh yeah, you started it. You finished the first volume in like
I finished
an hour.
Well, it's my brother has like these huge books, which are like each book is 3 volumes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I finished the first 2 books, so like 6 volumes in like 2 hours. Dude, my manga reading pace is like fucking crazy now. But it's good. I can see the hype. And I'm pretty sure I've gone through like 20% of the content because I know there's minimum 10 books out.
Yeah.
So I'll have to eventually read through it. There's a part of me that wants to read it like all now, but then there's a part of me that said, or my brother said he's gonna eventually try to buy them all. So I might just pace myself and make it a series. When he buys it, I'll read it. And then I don't even want to talk about this, dude. I swear I'm an idiot at times because
okay, you just start off the story like that. Okay.
It's not like one thing, or it was one thing that happened, and then like the realization of how much of an idiot I was made me think on like other times where I was just an idiot. So like these are the small things that I remembered from my past. I remember in high school, or senior year of college, senior or junior year, we visited Monterey, CSU Monterey Bay.
Okay.
They have a mascot that is a sea otter, I think. Its name is Monty Ray. And I, 2 days later, found out that it was a playoff Monterey. Clowned for that trip. It was like a day or two, because I remember I got clowned later on that trip as we were going on that. Another thing that happened, this happened recently. I was getting in my car. I said, Alexa, turn on lights. And see, I knew I was going to react as soon as I said that. But when I said that going into the car, I just like sat for a second because it was like 9 p.m. I was just like, oh my God, I'm a fucking idiot. But the thing that happened that like made me go into this, like, damn, I'm sometimes an idiot. Whereas I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast before, but I've been listening to Vince Staples' most recent album.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'm not saying the name of the album is because I had the album name wrong this whole time. I've listened to this album for like a month and a half. And it's actually what I thought was the album title was the whole reason I started listening to it. I thought the album was called Ramona Flowers Broke My Heart. And I thought it was a Scott Pilgrim reference. I looked up recently because I was like, when did this album come out? And Google, being the bot that it is, corrected my mistake. And it turns out the album is called Ramona Park Broke My Heart, which makes a lot more sense because Ramona Park is a neighborhood in Long Beach where he grew up, and this is a album about his childhood, and it makes the album make a lot more sense.
Like, I don't understand why did he reference Scott Pilgrim in this album? And it's like,
yes.
Oh, because it's not.
It's not. And I think back, I'm like, I probably would not have listened to this album initially had I read it correctly. Yeah, had I not mistakenly read this title. But listening to it, I'm glad I made that mistake because it's a good album. But like as I listened to it, I always like would think every once in a while, I was like, I wonder why there's a Scott Pilgrim references in the title. And like a few days ago, yeah, I just found that out where I was like, oh, it isn't. It's completely wrong. And I'm just an idiot.
That's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, I consider myself a smart person, but there are times where it's just like there's no activity in here.
I feel you. I've had plenty of those. So, well, I think is that episode 36.
56, man. 56. We are at episode 56. I'll close it out.
I just had one of those moments.
Thank you for joining us for episode 56 of the Virtually Lost podcast. We will see you next week.
See you next week.